It was a cold December morning in Manhattan. Snowflakes drifted down onto Fifth Avenue, where Donald Trump, wearing a charcoal overcoat and a bright red tie, decided to take a short walk after an early business meeting. He wanted to absorb the city's holiday buzz. Despite the festive lights and bustling shoppers, there was a biting chill in the air that hinted at a long winter ahead. As Trump passed a corner near Rockefeller Center, he noticed a figure sitting by the entrance of a closed shop. The person, a woman wrapped in a thin, frayed blanket, held a sign reading, "Homeless Veteran in Need." Curiosity and concern stopped Trump in his tracks. He approached with measured steps, ignoring the inquisitive glances from onlookers. "What's your name?" he asked gently, kneeling to her eye level. Startled, the woman looked up. "My name is Teresa," she replied with a trembling voice. "Teresa Hensley." Trump's breath caught in his throat when he noticed medals attached to her worn jacket. "You served, didn't you?" he said, voice brimming with respect. Teresa nodded. She had spent nearly a decade in the Air Force, an injury forcing her out before she was ready to leave. "After I was discharged," she explained, "things spiraled. I couldn't keep up with my bills, lost my apartment, and ended up here." Trump felt a surge of empathy. He glanced around as holiday shoppers bustled by, oblivious to the hardship unfolding. That moment solidified his resolve. "Teresa," he said firmly, "I'm going to help you. Stay right here." Stepping aside, Trump pulled out his phone. He called his assistant, Margaret, who picked up almost instantly. "Margaret," he said briskly, "I need a hotel room right away, someplace warm and comfortable, and a doctor who can do an immediate checkup. This is urgent." Within minutes, an SUV arrived, sent by Margaret's quick actions. Teresa hesitated, unsure if she could trust a stranger's sudden generosity, but Trump's steady gaze reassured her. "It's all right," he said softly. "We owe you this, at the very least." They drove through midtown traffic until they reached a luxury hotel overlooking Central Park. Hotel staff, already informed by Margaret, welcomed Teresa with kindness. A room was prepared on one of the top floors, warm, spacious, and stocked with fresh clothes. Teresa's eyes welled with tears at the simple relief of heat and shelter. A doctor arrived soon after, giving her medicine for her chronic pain and ensuring she had no immediate medical emergencies. Trump waited nearby, coordinating with his team and quietly making additional plans behind the scenes. Margaret, working in tandem with a nonprofit called Veterans Path Forward, arranged a housing plan and job placement services for Teresa. A representative, Lisa, came by that same evening. "Teresa," Lisa said, "we'll help you transition into a stable home and get the benefits you deserve. You won't be alone anymore." Teresa could barely find words to express her gratitude. She looked at Trump, who had stepped aside to give them space. "Sir, I don't know how to thank you," she murmured, voice thick with emotion. By dawn the following day, Teresa had a new direction in life. With Veterans Path Forward assisting in her job search and Trump's foundation offering to cover her initial rent, she wouldn't have to worry about the streets anymore. Trump also handed her a check to manage short-term expenses. Before departing, Teresa confronted him with the question that had lingered in her mind. "Why are you doing this, Mr. Trump?" Trump paused, thoughtful. "Because you served your country when it needed you. Now it's our turn to serve you." As Trump left the hotel lobby, he turned back one last time. Teresa stood there, posture straighter, hope gleaming in her eyes. "Take care of yourself," he said. "And remember, if you ever find someone else in need, try to pay it forward." "I promise," she replied, a faint but determined smile on her face. In that moment, a quiet but powerful victory was won. One life restored through compassion and recognition. Later that month, Teresa moved into a small apartment facilitated by the nonprofit. She attended counseling sessions, brushed up on job skills, and began envisioning a brighter future. She kept Trump's parting words close to her heart, resolved to help others as soon as she had regained her footing. Sitting by her new window, overlooking the city lights, Teresa couldn't help but feel gratitude. The memory of a stranger kneeling on a cold sidewalk still warmed her thoughts. For Donald Trump, it was another day of business and headline.